Whew. All right, here we go. Hello, everybody. Hello, friends and folks, I suppose I should say. Welcome to the world of .hack. I am Six Detmar, as ever. We are here. You know, let me change the order on this. I want to put that below myself in case my crown bumps over our little list here. I want my crown to take priority. So, we are here in .hack GU Last Recode, which is, of course, the collection of the .hack GU games. I didn't have it as my active window, so I couldn't move. Now, this is it's a 4-volume series. I believe volume 4 is probably pretty short because it was added as a bonus to this collection. Because originally it was just volumes 1 through 3. In the past on PS2, I got to about halfway through volume 3, and that was where I left off. So I've never actually finished it. I certainly haven't seen the new volume 4. And here, gosh, how long has it been? I think it's been something like 4 years, probably, maybe 3, since Alan, our friend Alan from Chats to Television podcast, was streaming on here some .hack GU, with me often being a co-pilot because I love these games and I have lots of advice as to how to get through them. Now, they finished Volume 1, and I was like, hey, there's a bunch of stuff you should do before Volume 2, but Alan is not a big grinder, at least not in this game. And so I was like, okay, I will take care of this. Pass me your save file. I will do a bunch of stuff. And they passed me the save file, and I just procrastinated for a very long time. And I finally did it, and I passed it to them, and they started Volume 2, and they were like, you know what? I don't want to do this. I don't want to come back to this game. I'm not interested. I was like, oh, well, that's fair enough. Do you mind if I use this save if you're not going to? So, this is the save that Alan passed to me, and then I helped level up. Well, not level up. I did do a little bit of leveling. Mostly it was side quests and, stuff. So, we have done a lot. We've even done a lot since that save. I took that original save and I've been grinding on stuff for the better part of a week. You can see here the sort of grand list of collectibles. This is not everything, right? But this is most of what's left. So, as far as like main quest, or not main quest, side quest. Main quest has been done for ages. Side quest content. We have the Mecha Grunty campaign, that's done. We have the Bounty Hunter campaign, which is, fighting PKers, that's done. We have the Bickman one, which is like meeting every NPC. Huge nightmare of a side quest in this game. Gets way better in Volume 2. But anyway, that's done. As you can see, we've done enough battles to finish up there's this sort of categories of like progress to get little unlockables like special wallpapers and stuff for the in-game computer. Done. Interactions with party members, done. Treasure chests and stuff, done. Playtime and dungeons and stuff tackled, done. PvP arena, done in by their definition. I don't think we're done, but this is not nothing, right? That we're done in this sense. And then Steam bike stuff, done. Now what remains? First of all, well, from here, we got to get every item. There's 1 piece of armor we're missing, there are 2 accessories we're missing, and there are 5 items we're missing. And then monsters. There are quite a few monsters we've never fought. Partially because in this, I taught Alan to be very efficient about leveling, and also this re-release makes it even easier, is a little more generous with XP than even the base game was. So we kind of skipped the middle, and a lot of the monsters in the middle we just never fought. Perhaps some other stuff. Anyway, so we will go ahead and do all of those. We also, things that are not listed here in the Ryu books, in the Book of 1000 that I want to do. Max affection with everyone. We are close to that. We can't max affection with Adelie because she's for story reasons she's out of the game right now. In Volume 1, max affection is yellow with three dots. So Kuhn, max affection, Pi, max affection, Syllabus, and Gaspard, max affection. Pyros, we still got a little work to do. So I want to fix that. You can see next on our list, collect every item, fight every monster. We've already mentioned those. Lucky Animal Campaign. Let's go take a look at that, shall we? So this is like Mecha Grunty or like PvP, the bounty hunter stuff, or like Bickman. There's Bickman right there, actually, just ahead there in the array. This is one of those campaigns. There are 4 of them. This is the 4th one. This is encountering the lucky animals that you can meet in the world. We have to, as you can see, we have to meet them all a total of 50 times, any combination, and then we have to meet all of them once. So we still have 2 that we have not met at all. So 19 meetings to go, and 2 specifically with 2 ones that we haven't encountered. I know one of them is the Malice Cat. I can't remember what this other one is. I've written down, however, what we need to do to fight to meet this one. So that's the Lucky Animals stuff, the Lucky Animal Campaign. Other one, we shouldn't use the bike. We should just fast travel. That makes more sense. Use the teleporter. We can head over to the other city, because there are 2 cities currently in Volume 1 and Volume 3. You get access to another one. But right now, this is Makanu. This is the fucking classic. This is where most things go down. A little hub town. The other hub town is Lumina Cloth, which is exclusively the PvP place. There are a couple of shops here that have stuff that you can't get elsewhere, but for the most part, this is just, I mean, you can see it's a single road leading up to the arena counter. And I want to get to the top of the arena rankings. Now, this is kind of a silly thing to say, right? Because if we look at rankings, you can see our rank at the bottom there is Emperor, and that happens as part of the story campaign. God, I did lose a lot of progress, though, huh? Sorry, I had a crash last night when I was grinding, and I lost a lot. It was discouraging. So I want to get to total winning points, total WP, such that I would be number 1. I can't be number 1 because I'm Emperor. It will not put me on this list because I'm above the list. This is all a list of... The ranking is like, how are the challengers ranked? And they're challengers to the throne of the Emperor, and I'm the Emperor, so I can't be listed as a challenger. But I want to have enough WP that it seems like that I've earned my spot, right? Whereas in the story, what happened is you sort of show up and just sort of plow through pretty quickly. You don't have to grind a lot of time to, get to the top. And we won't have to grind that much, but I want to get more WP so that we're at the top of that. The other thing we might consider is keywords. The way dungeons work in this game is that they are procedurally generated. There used to be a PS2 game, and this is the second in the series, but they've had this system the whole time, which is kind of it's a little basic as far as it's the actual result, but idea-wise, it's very ahead of its time. You just collect words, terms, and you combine them to make areas. There's not as much variety as you might like, but you have 3 words, and you swap them around, and based on them, you can see what... Now, the interesting thing is there is still randomization within this, so I don't think I can show my mouse on the screen. But if you look at below area status, you have a collection of people, and it says 7 on this one. And then next to it, there's people with hearts, and that's another 7. That is total number of NPCs that are in a given area, and the second number is NPCs that you've met. I've met every NPC, so those numbers will always match. If you haven't met every NPC, that's very helpful for finding NPCs that only occur in areas. But the thing you'll notice is, we have it set to Heartless Wrath's 2 wings. Even just selecting different terms, the number goes up and down, because it does re-roll certain factors. These terms only define so much, and the others still get re-randomized. But as you can see, there's this list of terms, and there are ways to get more of them. I'm pretty sure you can do all of these in Volume 2 as well. And it would be the smart thing about grinding, the smart way to do grinding is to never do one grind at a time, is to combine grinds for the sake of efficiency. We are max level. We have basically the best equipment we can get. I've equipped, I could customize this a little more. What I have right here, what does SP Eater do? Oh, increase up. Interesting. This is built for PvP because a lot of people in PvP have curse on their weapons, or even more annoyingly, sleep on their armor. So there is a chance when hitting them that you fall asleep and just can't fucking fight for a while. Incredibly obnoxious. So we have anti-sleep and anti-curse for the sake of PvP. I think we're not max. So anyway, if we were grinding for gear, if we were grinding for levels, then we could also try and do that while gaining new keywords. But that doesn't make a lot of sense just to grind purely for keywords. And as I say, I think in Volume 2 we can get all of those. So unless we get a very specific type of board on this episode, there's no reason to do that. Yes. You can see here, I'm actually not maxed with the dual swords. I don't think you unlock another dual sword skill at 9 or 10. Let me change gear. I should be able to confirm this by equipping my... So, weapon-wise, you might be like, oh, 6, you don't have the best because you've got your poison wings plus 5, but your ripper blades aren't plus 5. Unfortunately, any rarity 5 item cannot be given, like, use alchemy to give plus on its stats. So this is currently the best heavy blade I can have and the best dual swords I can have. And I've been using these because, you know, I need to grind for more skill. Anyway, if I switch to this and then I go to skill trigger, yes, it's still just 4 skills. So that's not a guarantee. It could be asymmetric, but almost certainly I would say we're not going to get another skill from these. So I'm not too worried. Also, it's something we could do in Volume 2, as stated. I don't need to... Okay, so top of arena rankings and max affection with everyone are things that are kind of gratuitous, but they're not that hard. They're gratuitous because there's nothing about them that you have to do in Volume 1 or you're missing out. However, collecting every item and fighting every monster, you are kind of, I believe in theory, missing out on some wallpapers for your in-game computer. So we're definitely doing that. Same with Lucky Animal Campaign. There's an item you'd be missing out on, which also is going to be our bottleneck for collect every item. We can't until we've completed Lucky Animal, because at least there is one item we can't get any other way. Anyway. All of that said, let's start making fucking progress, shall we? What do we want to do first? We can do Arena for a bit. We'll get bored of that and we'll want to switch. So we will start out with that. We can win arena fights by ourselves. It's very tedious. So there's no downside to bringing a party. I don't think they either don't gain affection in PvP or they just gain very little. So I'm just going to invite people I like. Kun is fine. He's kind of a womanizer. That's sort of his thing. So I'm not the biggest fan. Survival is the most efficient way to get stuff because you get a bonus for fighting in sequence. Syllabus is cool. Syllabus is chill. Just a casual player who managed to meet the most remarkable character in the game. And then Pi works for the devs and is investigating weird, spooky glitches within the game. So, they're both cool. So, that seemed pathetic, right? It's a roulette of opponents. I believe those guys were level 32. God, they keep giving me weak ones. So there is a real limitation because if they give me a level 50 enemy, I get okay rewards, but against these level 28 guys, it's pretty pathetic. Anyway, nobody, like, the level 50 fights will take longer, but God, what is this RNG? Oof, rough. It's kind of funny. I don't remember totally how it works. I know, like, but I know in Volume 2, they make changes to make, like, I'm playing Twin Blade right now. That's the class you start as. You're a character from a special class that can change basically between, like, subclasses, right? Like, they're called the Adept Rogue, and they can basically Jack of all trades, Master of none. A certain combination of classes you pick at character creation is the backstory. And so Haseo has picked Twin Blades, Heavy Blade, and then also Scythe. You can't use Scythe in this game, however. That's a Volume 2 thing. Okay, see, the acquired bonus at the end there, that made a real difference, because otherwise that was pathetic, because we had such bad RNG for opponents. Oh, right, god damn it. But anyway, in 2, you gain the ability to, like, oh, good, thank you, an actual fight. In 2, you gain the ability to equip skills such that, like, you can change your weapon on the fly, which makes things more viable. In this, you can open up the menu to change weapons mid-fight, but it's kind of a hassle, and there are real downsides to it. So for the most part, you should just use Heavy Blade because it's simply better. It is just, there are certain things that the Twin Blades are useful for. I would say especially fighting enemies with Sparrow counter. Stop. Stop! This move. As you can see, that leaping slash is very good for hitting aerial enemies. But generally, they don't do enough damage, and they certainly don't do enough stun. The stun is the real thing. Stun is a... Especially, you know, if they can't fight you, you know, if they don't get to hit you back. And that's the thing with Heavy Blade, is Heavy Blade does a lot of damn stun. So it's very powerful. So you should probably be using Heavy Blade all the time, unless you are specifically trying to grind skill, which we are right now. Heavy Blade we already have absolutely maxed. So we are grinding Twin Blade stat while we're at it. Twin Blade skill. As you see, we might well get bored of this because this is very easy and kind of tedious. So there are 2 types. You can use skills on a cooldown here. Can't use them while you're being comboed, of course. And there are 2 special types of use of them. There's Rengeki here. Oops. This is when an enemy has been hit enough times in a short, window that their defenses go down. In a normal match, in a normal fight, like against monsters, doing this will gain you affection. It does fill up your awakening gauge up there, which we could use for a big special thing, but whatever. But it also helps you gain affection with party members. It's the best way to grind affection. However, as far as I can tell, doing it in the arena doesn't actually gain you affection. So it's not as big of a deal. It also gives you bonus XP. It's just a really good thing to do. The other type is the other type of special use of skill is exclusive to the arena here, Hangeki, which literally means, you know, counterattack in Japanese, but it is just if someone else tries to use a skill raw, you can sort of counter them by using your own skill. So if they try to use an ability, I use an ability after them to counter them. It also means that you can't randomly throw shit out because you will just get... Okay, I didn't there. I was gonna use that as an example, but I got away with it. But very often in the arena, if you just raw throw out a skill, you then get hit with Hangeki from the other person, and it fucking obliterates you. And by obliterates you, I mean I'm really overpowered and it won't do that much damage, but it will, you know, slow things down. Again, even fighting solo, like if I didn't have these party members, I would basically have to be asleep to lose because I'm so over-leveled and over-geared. Which I guess is also part of the other thing. I mentioned the idea of this class is that it's a jack of all trades, master of none. It's not really true, though. It's true in, like, the lore of the world. No pun intended, since this is a game. I'm talking about the in-game world, but also in this game, the setting, the MMO is called The World. But, in this game, it is supposed to be true that the Adept Rogues are weaker, but have this versatility. However, for plot reasons and for making a single-player game go smoothly, Haseo's stats are actually fucking ridiculous. So there's no downside. He's just broken OP, which is fine. It's fun. Having a good time. It's fun because some of these, like, sometimes these are NPCs that you never see, but, like, this party is folks that you see around town all the time. So, I wonder if we can, you know, the RNG on finding a specific NPC is really hard, but it'd be really fun if we stepped out there and we saw, like, Chobin or something, one of these folks. Okay, these folks are all folks you don't see in town, at least in Volume 1. But as you can see, if you kill their leader, the fight is over. You can juggle. It only is when the combo ends. So a fair few of these fights have been ended like basically instantly. Like within a second, the fight is technically over. But either I or one of my party members keeps the combo going, and so it doesn't actually end for a little bit. This is actually a level 50 fight, so you actually have some HP with which to fight back, which is fun. I should equip Tri-Strike, which is the higher level skill. Of course, I stopped blocking just at the wrong time. So you can see here among our party members, Syllabus here is a blade brandisher, which basically means he uses one-handed swords. And then Pi is a tribal grappler, which is a great, not at all problematic name for the fact that she uses fist weapons. She's a monk, basically. Tricycle Cop is a good name! Okay. Alright, so we earned like 150 basically total, I think. Something like that. Which would mean we need to do this like 6 more times. We're going to do 1 more time and then we'll take a break and do some other stuff for a little bit. I'm also going to open up a beverage because I'm not just going to do this, you know, with no mental lubricant, let's say. I am having a Jinro Strawberry. It is a type of soju. It is 13% alcohol by volume. I'll let the cutscene rock for once. It's a little ridiculous because obviously it doesn't update. It says the same things no matter what. Basically, including the fact that it doesn't update for the fact that I'm literally the champion. They're like, who are these low-rank kids? It's like, my name's on all the posters around here, man. I'm the guy. I'm not offended or anything. It's just a little confusing. Is this Nomung in his party? No, okay. They just have the same model. You'll see that a lot because it's also... It works well in the conceit of the game because you are playing a MMO from the PS2 era. You're not really, obviously. This is not an MMO. This is a single-player game. But the in-game story is that you're playing an MMO. And so you see people where it's just like, okay, you're using very similar gear, or you use the same limited options in the character customization. And so you just will see people... It's a plot element, in fact. One of your major party members you meet because she looks just like a friend of yours you've lost contact with. And so you're like, oh, it's you. And they're like, no, who are you? And you're like, oh god, this is awkward. Except for you're not actually like that, because Haseo's story is of, you know, getting over himself. He's an arrogant little twit to begin with. Very antisocial. He's certainly tsundere, like that's a part of it too. But yeah, it's at the start of the game. He's certainly not saying like, "Gosh, this is awkward." He's saying like, "Why the fuck are you bothering me?" Though he's not swearing. Let's be family friendly. This is a PS2 game. This is a PS2 JRPG. We have, you know, that's Tricycle Cop again. Leon. Green dye. Good names. Good names. Oh, Pesce. I guess it's just Pesh, but I'm getting tripped up because the whole reason I'm excited is it's the same name as one of my favorite Gundam characters, who is, despite the name, you look at the the lettering and it is pronounced Pesce Montagne. She is she's from the Gotcha game that they put out, the UC Engage Gotcha game, and the fun thing with her is basically just she's Forrest Gump, right? Like she's a new type, but she's sort of low powered, and she was just there at every important moment in Gundam's history, just off screen, which I just find very funny and charming. All right, we're gonna go do some grinding of a different sort. I guess all we're doing this whole stream is grinding, so that's a little useless of a statement. Let's have Pi dip and bring in Pyros, because Pyros is the only one I don't have max affection of. Pyros is sort of a shout out. I believe he's even supposed to be the same guy. There's a character named Pyros from the first Dot Hack series. And I don't know if we have the right keywords for this. Do we have elegant? Please tell me we have elegant. Or this is gonna, yes, elegant. Anyway, he's a character who's from the original game, and he's sort of an eccentric weirdo. And here, it's the same person, because this takes place years later, and he's now an employee of the studio that makes this game. And his whole deal is he's like, I work on the graphics team, and there's this hacker going around fucking up the graphics, and I'm gonna catch him. And he's not. He's a comedy character. He's a joke character, but. Now, the problem we're going to run into here, as far as grinding affection, is we're not going to get any Rengekis off these motherfuckers, because they're so weak. I guess we could probably do Awakening at some point. Awakening should get us some affection, I think. But right now, we're just looking for a lucky animal. I don't remember. I think this is not... No, this should actually be the cat, the Malice cat. The other one needs a word we don't have. There's other ways. We can look up other things. Because this is just... These are keywords that I know. Like, the way the seeding works for level generation works on a combination of, like, the words you put in plus your level and the levels of your party and stuff. With a all level 50 party, this combination of words is guaranteed to get me an area with, I believe, Malice Cat is the animal. And we also have one for the other. We have a set of keywords for the other one we need to get. The issue is we don't have one of those keywords. We don't have harvesting as a term. I can look up how to get harvesting, but it might just be easier to look up another term, you know? Because it's not like there's only one way to get this stuff. Also, we really have to, you know, as I say, we have to do like 19 animals. After we've done the 2 that we're missing, we'll still have 17 left, and they're not a guarantee to spawn on the field. So, oh, a battle area. That's fun. So this is, you notice when we start fights, it forms a little ring. This means that an NPC has already started a fight. They're either against monsters or, yes, someone is trying to You're trying to PvP 1/2? You're bold. 1/2 is a badass. These are both people I talk to in town sometimes, though. So, it works out because Qatar really doesn't fucking like me anyway. He belongs to the chaotic PvP guild, the Kestrel. Also, it's nice because they scale to your level. These fights will always be a decent fight. And so that means he actually had enough HP for me to get a Rengeki, which gave me some affection. That's a nice bonus. We forgot we were going to customize our skill trigger here. Let's put Tri-Strike on. Because I think it does more damage than Gale Blade. It's of course not going to matter here. Probably not for, honestly, the rest of Volume 1, if I'm being honest with myself, because we're pretty overpowered. Over-leveled the best gear possible. Used a lot of stat-raising items as well. Where is this lucky animal? It could be on the hill. Usually we would have heard them by now, however. They make a little like squeaking sound. Not a squeaky sound. They're not having like tire trouble. Sure, let's kick some Chim Chim. So this unlike the first game is all like weird fantasy. It's like the setting of the first 4 games is an MMO where it's like fantasy with some like weird like sort of spooky magic elements. Spooky might be a strong statement, but it's pretty cool. Oh, I heard it. It's close. It's probably on the hill. And this is the sort of sequel MMO. And in this one, it's steampunk, but it's only kind of steampunk because there are those little creatures you saw called Chim Chims, and they have Chim spheres embedded in them, and you kick them to get the Chim spheres out, and then basically all machinery is powered. Oh, that's a Malice Cat. So Malice Cat is, I think, the only one, maybe one of a couple, but certainly not very many of them. Lucky animals, usually you kick them. Sometimes you have to kick them more than once, and then they give you a special bonus. Malice Cat, if you see Malice Cat, it will curse you unless you kick him very quickly, which is funny. Funny. All right, what? Okay, so that's one of the... I should also have a little sticky pad in front of me. I should mark that that's another lucky animal. Let me take a second to look at one of the guides I have here and see if we can get the keyword harvesting. Okay, so we can get harvesting, I assume, by getting a good ranking on one of these. Let's see. One of these areas. Dancing. Mediums. Do I have mediums? Yes. And then snow caps. Please tell me I have snow caps. Snow lamp. Snow caps. Ah. Oh. Oh. Okay. In order to get a good rank on this, we need to get... Oh, it's the Medic Union. Hey, guys. So this is a guild of exclusively like the sort of like beast people, like cute little beast people who just are the healer class harvest clerics, and they just go around and buff and heal people. They're cool and chill and would never exist in a real MMO, but they're great. So in order to get a high ranking on this, we need to get surprise attacks on enemies. We need to get us all the treasures. We need to get all the breakables. I'm trying to think what other criteria there are. I think that's most of it. Oh, we also need to get a lot of Chim spheres while we're here, so we'll have to take a few breaks to kick these guys. Make a note of we're starting at 150. If we get another 50, so if we get up to 200, assuming we don't spend any, spending on some is fine. That doesn't hurt our rating. Then that should be enough. I don't know the exact number. That's just what I rely on. Ah, you piece of shit. I'm going to have to spend a smoke bomb to get a surprise attack on you. Fuck! I got caught on geometry. Well, I think even missing one, it should be fine. Also, this sheet didn't say I need to get a C or an S rank, so I might be able to just get an A. But I really hate it when the game fucking does that. When there's an enemy that's just like, oh, and... Oh, fuck you. So that was a load of shit right there. You just have to start with a surprise attack. It was impossible to surprise attack that guy, probably, because he was facing, like, he was just locked facing the only direction we could approach from. I was going to try and smoke bomb past him, but I got caught on geometry. Perhaps even if I hadn't, he still would have spotted us. And then when that fight ended, we were already in line of sight of another group of mobs that immediately aggroed us, so we didn't get a surprise attack on them either. Again, pisses me off. There are some parts of this game that are just kind of stupid. It's a PS2 JRPG, not super high budget. There are some rough parts. Ooh, got a rear chim. That'll help with the number. You get more than one for kicking them. It's easier to do this in dungeons. In dungeons, it's much easier to keep track of the breakable objects because their placement is very predictable. On a field, you can finish a mission and then realize you missed one, and then it lowers your ranking, and that's frustrating. But I think we're doing good. I think we've gotten everything so far. See, again, they're already facing this direction. I don't really have a choice here. Oh, wow. How did I... Well... I meant to use Sparrow Counter. I just fat-fingered it. Because those guys will float higher and higher, making your normal attacks just whiff them. And then they'll crash down with like a headbutt, and then you can get them, but it's annoying. Fuck! It turned to face me right as I was hitting surprise attack. Oh boy, we're really not doing great as far as surprise attacks. We might need to do this area again. Bummer. Because we're doing this so that when we finish, we get the keyword harvesting, which we don't have so far. And then with the keyword harvesting, we can go to the area where I know I will fight, or I know I will encounter the lucky animal that I'm missing. Hey. After we've done that, after we've encountered every type of lucky animal, then we can just work on doing the monsters and items grind. Because that will sort of naturally work itself out. We'll encounter lucky animals while doing that, I'm positive. And hopefully we'll get some of that, you know, taken care of. Oh, there's the animal. Is that not a... I thought I'd done a high wolf before. Maybe it was when I lost the save? I'll have to check, but I feel like that's not actually... Well, it's easy enough to check once we get back to town. Okay, that's enough. Jim. They really improved the handling of the motorbike into... It's a little rough in this version of the game where it kind of just likes to spin out and turn real slowly. Bad handling. Weird, you know, random drifting, and it's not ideal. It's not ideal. Some piece of crap I'm gonna sell. We'll go back to town and hope we did good enough. Harvesting! A was good enough. Hooray! Okay. Oh, wait. I'm stupid. I was like, I thought I'd done a high wolf before, but it's like, yeah, because I didn't go to... That was just a random area that I just generated. It wasn't supposed to be an area where I would get something new. That's fine. Harvesting. Where are you? Long, long list that I cannot sort. Come on. I should have... Did I scroll past it and I didn't notice? Harvesting. Okay, harvesting. Ruined. Where is ruined? And then fast horse. Okay, this is a dungeon type area. That's nice. Those are, I guess for the purposes of what we're doing, that's worse. They're easier to get a high ranking on because that's easier to figure out where things are. But they are, since they're more narrow, there are footsteps over there. That's strange. I wonder why that's... Doesn't matter. I wonder if it like was tracking my steps from a previous area, or if there's something weird about how I loaded in. Anyway, what I was saying was, if you are trying to just like get individual goals done... Ooh, what are you? Okay, well that should be... you know what? Let's do this battle area real quick. Let's just help somebody out. Somebody's having trouble. Whether it's monsters or PvPer. Chrysanthemum! We talk all the time. You're still doing this? You should be better than this. Disappointed. You're not even a good PvP class. You're a Blade Brandisher. Alright, get out of here, Ninjato. So, we don't actually have anything else to gain here. We've gotten the lucky animal. We can't get two in one area. So, let's do a few things here. First of all, let's see if we can get lucky with the vendors in area, because it's possible we could get some of the items we're looking for, or if we could get a trade from one of the people we're looking for, because there's one item we have to get via trade, a holy potion. But it seems like the NPC spawns are not in our favor right now. It's not going to happen. Hello, Gaspard. Please sell some things for me. Just to free up space in my inventory. I don't actually care about the profits, if I'm being honest here. I just have quite limited inventory, and this shit clogs it way up. Okay, that's 7. Moontree not here. Imperio, do you have anything good today? Oh, good. No, did I already get the... No, I haven't gotten the secret news book yet. Wait, I could use some coupons. I have some. No, I don't actually want... I'm just completing a list. It's not actually good. Don't be ridiculous. We really need to see Moontree. Moontree has most of the stuff we want at this point. But I can go ahead and manually check secret news book off my list. Let's go see the lucky animal guy. And see if that's every animal. Obviously, we still need to just grind more, but if we've checked off the basic list, that's good. We've checked off the basic list. Great. Okay. God, Moontree has so many things that I'm looking to get. I just wish they would spawn. There's also some... Let's see if I see Great Leo. Great Leo's in the PvP town. He's not going to spawn here, but also his odds of spawning don't seem great. What I really want is Blue Eye Samurai has what I want. That guy... Blue Eye Samurai is a fun character. You can fight him in PvP. He's around in the open world a lot. He has some fun things to say. And also, if you check the in-game forums, he's a very chatty guy. With an eccentric personality, I would say. Love that guy. So we'll probably bump into him later and get one of the items we need off of him. Halberd. Black. Bodhi tree is what we want. I'm pretty sure I have that one. Yes. Okay. this should have an item that we're looking for. Should be where we can find some fire resist scales. God bless. They'll be in boxes. We could just break one box, get what we want, and leave. However, there might be a lucky animal here, and we need to encounter 18 more, so it is probably in our best interest to just explore the area. We do, however, not care about ratings at this point, which is nice. I don't think we have to care about that at all. I'm pretty much crossing off every keyword. It's not impossible I'll change my mind, but I can't imagine why I would do it. Nobody up here. I'm not seeing any... Okay, finally a fucking breakable. Fire resist seal. Check that off the list. Scale, excuse me, not seal. And also, since we've loaded into an area, it resets some of the NPCs at least, which means there's a chance we'll see Blue Eye Samurai when we get back. And also, there's a chance that the Moon Tree vendor is there. So the area we went to before, where I was, doing all that checking out, is the area where all the fucking guild vendors spawn. So it's basically the player like open market area in the game story. And so various guilds can show up. You've got Imperio, which we saw there. You've got the Medic Union. They're usually there. There's Kestrel, the PvP guild. Imperio, by the way, I guess I should say is sort of the commerce guild, is the idea. Maruru. And then, of course, there is Moontree, who's kind of a pacifist guild. The internal politics of Moontree are pretty weird, and sort of you get more on that as you go, learning about how weird what's going on there is. But right now, not super relevant to us beyond the fact that they sell several items that you can't get elsewhere. And also, whether or not they're there is randomized, and their inventory is... from a preset list, but randomized. I believe we've already confirmed that there's no lucky animal here. I think we've checked enough of the map that we would have heard them. Let me look at the... Oh? No, I don't think we checked that side island. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we didn't. Those enemies are yeah, okay. If those guys are there, then we didn't make it to the island. We have to fight them in order to cross, so... another person who can show up, by the way, in the guild market area is the sort of like secret shop vendor. Oh, lucky animal! I heard him. I heard him. I heard him. Right over here. Great. The blessings can be really useful under certain... Hey, Medic Union! I'm just sort of waving at y'all because I don't need your help right now, but it's good to see you. I like you guys. Alright. Let's do a sweep. Let's see what we can find. I'm so glad that we've already gotten to, talk to every NPC quest out of the way before doing this. It's so miserable. This is already some pretty mindless grinding that I'm doing. But it can be much worse. So you can see there, these are two different guys, but they have the same... It's Eddie and Lonely Wolf have the same model and the same... Well, your gear doesn't show on your character, so they just pick their clothing at character select, and they just look... I think one of them might have slightly more gray, but they're the same. They're the same. Moontree! Better have some good... What the fuck, Moontree? You don't have anything good. I mean, it's a little harsh. Some of these are like kind of cool if I didn't already have everything, but Secret Shop's not here. Imperio's here again, but I don't actually need anything Imperio has. I guess, did you sell anything? Okay, let's keep emptying out our inventory of crap we don't need. I'm like making sure I have one of given items. There's no frickin' reason for me to do that. By the way, the first word, so it says like rough here, right? Rough indicates that it is this heavy type of armor. And the second word type is like what, you know, which specific one it is. As you can see, rough mail, defense, Jingjia. But the first word changes if they get like customized with special abilities. So this should be a rough shell, but it has an item on it, I believe, that makes it resistant to water damage. So it's a damp shell. So I sold a kimono, even though I didn't have another one. I actually do. I have a remedy kimono. It's just customized, and I can decustomize it if I want. Absorb alloy is what I should be using since I'm not doing PvP. Wait. Do I? No, okay. I'm looking. So the item I'm looking for is the Crowd of Lumine. That's currently, I think, the last accessory that I don't have in the game. And it is only sold by you. But you just don't feel like selling it today. There's also a couple of things, a couple of materials they sell that I think I can technically get somewhere else. I'd have to look that back up. Anyway, we didn't get lucky with any of our spawns. So I'll just get back to the grind. I think I don't even have to. I've got a keyword I could an area string that I could input to get a calm propeller, but I also think that I already have one saved from. So these are all quests. These are all areas that another NPC told me about for a specific reason, and I think there were some where it's like, hey, where can I find these items just on the forums? And let's see. Also, some of them, of course, are plot relevant. Yes. Renji told me. Renji, a guy who posts a lot on the forums, very helpful to newbies. Good guy, Renji. Oh, hey, it's the Medic Union again. Hey, guys. Their spawn rate's pretty good. And they give you buffs. So that's, you know. Again, I don't need them, as you've seen. To enemies of this level, I deal 9,999 damage. Is that a lucky animal? Right at the start? That's great. Oh, that's an unlucky animal. Still counts for the campaign. It's just that if I had left them alone, they would have cursed me. How dare you hit me for no damage? Sorry, I was checking off my list. Calm propellers, yes. Oh, I wonder, I assumed they were going to be breakable. And it's still possible that they are, that I just got unlucky. But that was so much damage, Pyros. Jesus. That was like 10 hits of ranging from 5,000 to 9,000. That's crazy. Fire mask skin. Okay. Okay. Why am I not getting it? Because I'm pretty sure Calm Propeller is a modifier item, like a thing you equip to your gear to give it abilities, and those are almost always in barrels. But also, usually, in the areas that have a special one like this, it's in like every barrel, and we've checked like 4 barrels and not seen one yet. It's possible that's just Oh, well, there we go. Calm propeller. We kind of have nothing else to gain here, so I suppose we should leave. We've already gotten the lucky animal. Gotten the item. I will check it off our list. It has re-rolled who's here. Let's see if we can... Schrodinger, excuse me. Again, very similar guys. This is another guy. This is Aralagi. Who, interestingly enough, if you look at the most popular guide on Steam for like a list of all the NPCs, spells his name wrong. They say Aralagai, A-I, not just I. None of these are the people we want. I believe there's a max of 8 NPCs that will spawn, and they'll just sort of keep teleporting around to make it feel like the world is full. So as you can see, there's Aralagi again. Am I missing something? Why do you never have it? What if I bought you out? Does that mean you'll have it next time? Because I certainly have the money to do that. Actually, your gear is fucking expensive. My word. Also, I think I accidentally equipped one of those when I didn't mean to. Yeah. That's really surprisingly expensive. Oh, he hasn't sold it yet. It hasn't been long enough. We can make money if we want to. That's just surprising. Yeah, so everybody calls me, not everybody, a lot of people call me Emperor because I am currently, every volume has a new unlocks a new tier of the, brain. Oh dear, you know what? We might actually be at a point where, we might need to work on a new thing, because we've gotten those items that we know the specific area for. There are 4 items in the game left that we need to get. 3 of them are moon tree items, and one of them is the trade item. Let me see. Let me look at a guide here, because I think some of them there were other ways to get them, and I just didn't, you know, did do the job. Come on, show me a list of accessories. Why don't you have a list of accessories? You're showing me armor, you're showing me weapons. You don't then have accessories? That's confusing, that you wouldn't have that. I probably just need to use the other guide. Scrolling on this one. Items. Holy potion. Yes, I know that one. Accessories. Steam bracelet. Moon tree. I know it is. Sorry, I know this is not super interesting to watch right now, since I'm just staring at a different thing. I will finish very soon. Body egg. Is there a better way to get a body egg? God, this is such a long list. Okay, there is a better way. We can go to specific areas for these. That fucking accessory, we're still shit out of luck if they just don't decide to let it show up. But for a lot of this stuff, we can just, let's see, protected. Please tell me we have the word protected. I would be very bummed if we didn't have protected. Okay, and then usually we have the other 2 words. Aster's, shout-outs to Aster, our friend Aster. Snow caps. Oh, this is level 44. We might actually be able to get some Rengekis here, get some affection for Pyros here. Let's check. What's... Oh, right, we can't check it in the screen. Of course I can't. Being stupid. See, they survived the initial attack. Isn't that novel? In fact... Oh, boy. Hits Sword Dance reflexively. I should be using Tri-Strike. I think it'll get me more weapon skill progress. Okay, that little glow over his head, he was trying to summon another one. I'm glad I did not let him. Can I just check it through status? Oh, good. He's up to 2. Great. You know, a fair question that maybe is worth asking myself is, why am I fighting these guys if I don't... Like, I went out of my... I guess I'm doing it for the affection of Rengekis, but... Oh, he died right as Rengeki unlocked. Bummer. Zvil. Oh, you know what? It being, again, the type of item it is, it's probably in breakables. So we're here for a body egg, which is another thing that you can use to customize equipment with. I believe specifically armor, I think. Because I think that they, Fire Mask Skin, are equipped to either armor or weapons. You can tell by the icon. This is a teleporter that I need to put Shim spheres into to make it go, so we're going to see if we can... Soil bug antenna. There's another box over here. Fire Mask Skin. Not having great luck so far. Should be here. It's just, might need to traverse in further than we wanted to, because as soon as we can get done, and, well, I guess we still need to check for a lucky animal. So, an excess of efficiency would oh, I guess it's not excess of efficiency because it's not efficient. It would be stupid. It would be inefficient. Which kind of negates the use of that word there. Haste makes waste, as they say. Please. Okay. What the hell? Just you? I didn't know that could happen. Where the fuck did that guy come from? That was very strange. Doesn't matter at all, obviously, because just evaporated like everybody else, but... You can hear goblins, yes. Oh, I failed. I tried to use that weapon skill, and I failed because the slope was in the way. That doesn't happen very often. Okay. Ooh. Ooh, a boss. Broke his defenses. If we don't get a Rengeki off this guy, I'm gonna be real. Are you serious? Right as he died? That's nonsense. I didn't pay attention to what he dropped. We didn't get Main scale. No, there has been no body egg here. We could have just got unlucky with random generalization and this should have done it, but that's frustrating. Make sure we didn't miss any breakables. I know we missed some chests because there shouldn't be anything in those chests, so I wasn't bothering, but I guess there's no reason not to... What the hell? Whoops, facing the wrong way. It is a bummer, given your limited party members in this one, that I just don't have a healer. Because the only healer in the game is currently out of commission. Okay, there's another breakable barrel. Come on. Oh, lucky animal up there. Body egg! Great. Fuck you, Moontree. If you won't serve up what I want, I'll find it elsewhere. Except for that one accessory. Please give me the one accessory. It's a high wolf. Great. Another body egg just to drive home the point. Sure. Beast Awakening is great for PvP. You can also change, however, your awakening type. We should probably do Demon. Just, you know, nice fun, you know, magic sequence that does a fair bit of damage. But yeah, Demon is the go-to for ridiculous juggle combos, because as you see, it just freezes everyone and makes your attack speed go through the roof. Like, not just like, you know, time between attacks, but time the attack takes as well. What would we call that? In Dota, there's a term for that. I can't remember anymore because it's been so damn long. But it's like attack speed is obviously is how, you know, the time it affects the time between attacks. But then how long the attack itself takes is a different thing, and you can't. There's almost nothing that can affect that. Kestrel, I don't need anything from you. She's in the secret shop spot. I never pay attention to this, so this is stuff that I'm learning for the first time in this playthrough, is being like, oh, what is this? Oh, it's the secret shop. That's cool. And apparently there's also a trifle shop through of just... It seemed like that's like good stuff for beginners. You know, like there are items that teach you spells and such, which certainly good to have. Are you still 2-star? Because listen, there's a reason Pyros is the only member of the only like party member who isn't currently at max affection. It's because I don't like him very much. Nope. Stop. Sorry, I was switching windows and it freaked out a little bit on me. Because if you click back on the window, it takes it as an oppressive A. Concealed. Is there concealed around here? I am not seeing concealed. Regrettable. We might have to look up how to earn concealed. Alright, let's see how to earn concealed, shall we? Scroll down. Creeping, dancing, blurring, sneering, disputing, choosing, heartless, croaking, counting, concealed. Okay, counting blazing footstones should give us that. It's always real fun to hear that and then look and be like, I don't have those words. But it looks good. Counting, blazing, now we just need to have footstones. which I will confess is not a term I use a lot. There we go. Okay. Now, if we do okay on this, we should get that keyword. All right, this is very doable. Oh, there's a lucky animal right there. First, let's get our ambush. Ah, stop, leave me alone. I didn't pay attention. This area is of decent level, huh? So these guys are taking a few hits. Damn it. See, I haven't been selling my shit enough. I probably haven't been counting these sufficiently. I bet I missed one. In fact, I'm certain I missed one. I'm going to go ahead and just put another tick in. Ooh, good value for that move. I hit everybody. Okay. So far, so good. We've gotten surprise attacks on everybody here so far. Oh, trap. God, yeah, we really need to go sell this shit. Oh, right as he... Yeah. They just are at the right level of HP. We're right as I would get Rengeki. They die! At least we're well on our... Oh, wait. He's going to explode. I was slow to react on that because I haven't seen it in a while. But it doesn't affect our rating at all. It does mean that we don't get XP for them, but who cares? We aren't trying to get XP from them at the moment. These guys are weak. Rengeki is, of course, not the only way to raise affection. By doing these fights, we should be getting a little at least. But it is certainly the fastest, so it is a bummer we're not getting. Oh my god! I just need to give it up. It's not going to happen. Do not summon friends. I'm not looking to make this stupid fight keep going. I hit the... I guess I was in an unstoppable animation because I hit the button to have Rengeki, to do the Rengeki, because I saw the prompt in time, but... Just fucking, I don't care. Just get rid of it. Oh gosh, this is a boss area. I don't think it's possible to ambush a boss, but I also think that means they shouldn't count it against us. I should be able to Rengeki you. I wish it would. I understand why it doesn't default to yes. That's a good thing to do. It's good UI design. At the moment, it's getting on my nerves. Caffeine drink. doesn't really help me. You know, actually, it probably should. I probably should be using... I don't know if you can use items while you're asleep, even to cure your own sleep, because you can't make allies do anything. That is not how that works. So, I wonder if it's only useful if your allies are put to sleep. My allies do less damage than me, so there's a possibility they will... Yes! Yes, yes, yes! It's everybody's favorite. Alright, great. If you're wondering why I keep opening these chests to throw them away, it is because it is beneficial for my rating to have opened the chests. And I need a decent rating to get the keyword I want. I'm not going to get a Rengeki anyway. Just spend the meter to get a little skill. I think we're up to 9 already. What's... Yeah, a little past 9. Oh, he's up to 3! Great! Everybody's max affection now. Let's go to the window and check that off. Max affection with everyone. Crossed off. We did it! Shush. I was just trying to switch windows. Alright. And next we can start using a party of people we actually like. Go ahead, blow up. I don't care. Wow. This is why it's a bummer I have to use twin blades. If I was using a fucking heavy blade, that motherfucker wouldn't have interrupted me. He would have waited his damn turn, let himself be comboed. But nobody gives a shit about being hit by these twin blades. They just shrug it off. Yes. Oh wait, it doesn't matter anymore. I forgot it doesn't matter anymore. Damn it. I was all excited. I feel like I've probably missed some breakables. So we'll do a quick pass on our bike if this is everything. Because for as badly as it handles and its tendency to skid out, it is still significantly faster than walking. It's really fucked up that in the context of the MMO, it is implied that there are ways to get more, but by default, this is the only mount in the game, is a steam bike, and only guild leaders get them. And like you can get more, and then more members of your guild can get them. You learn this through some NPC dialogue, but it's like, what the fuck? Only guild leaders get... Oh, Chim spheres. I almost completely forgot. Let's get up to 270 and then we'll be good. But, damn, that would have been bad if I did all this and then fucked it up by not getting fucking Chim spheres. It does look like we got all the breakables, though, which is nice. Yeah, just imagine an MMO where only guild leaders get mounts. Like... What a bad idea. Toxic, really. There are a number of ideas in this game that it's like, if you put these in a real MMO, everyone would fucking kill you. It's not as bad as Sword Art Online for that. God knows. But, oh, we're so close. Well, we should be able to get it from this tree then. You have to walk out of range, like basically out of draw distance of the trees for them to repop. Apparently unless you interact with another tree, that causes it to repop. I've never noticed that. I've never been grinding with two trees so close to each other. Okay, S rank. S. I missed one! Still S overall. Still gives me concealed. Okay. That's not a problem. Oh, but these terms... I don't know if I have the other two either. Well, let's just hope, I guess. Concealed... Where are you? Marbles? Oh, we do have marbles. And then... Alga grass. Wow. God, we just have everything. All right. Oh. It's another one. I think that should mean we're at 13 that we need to do. 13 left. Just, you know, for those of you keeping track, aka me. But also, you know, maybe somebody else is keeping track too. Very similar level to the one we just finished, huh? Rengeki. Oh, right, I forgot I can switch party members, and also that I don't need Rengekis. God, I have the memory of a goldfish. You know, to be honest, trying to entertain, constantly chatting, does hurt my my capacity for memory. We don't care about any of the chests. We don't care about... Encephalon? What are you doing here? Weird. All we care about right now are lucky animals and then getting, in this particular area, getting the item for... I guess it's fine. Okay, he's gonna blow... Oh, no. He was gonna blow up, but then they broke his thing before he could. I should probably just use skills on cooldown to get a little more skill points. Caffeine drink. Let's make sure we got everything on this particular island. Yeah, guess what, motherfuckers? It's my motorbike and my island. Shout out to anyone who got that. It's a really dumb joke. Oh, I hope I don't get close enough to trigger that. No, I don't want to fight you. It's a waste of my time. I just want to find the crate that gives me a mind egg. And then I'm fucking good here. I wish I could do this one-handed so I could keep drink. I could have a little more to drink. I would love more beverage, but this does in fact require two hands for basically everything I'm doing. Whatever, let's just crash. Ah. Wait. Oh, because I didn't hit R1 in time. So, as you can probably tell by the fact that I'm spamming now, I wanted to have... There's the little cooldown that occurs after you use a skill. So I had been saving my skill so that I would have it in when Rengeki popped up. But if that's not a concern, then and you know, also SP isn't a concern, which it isn't. I have lots. Then it is better for me to spam it because every time I use it, I get a little bit of weapon XP. And I do, as we've shown a couple of times, still have a little ways to go before I truly max out dual blades. It would be great if I could max out dual blades on this stream, not because I actually care, because that's not one of my objectives. I'm fine moving on without maxing dual blades. But if I max them, then I could stop using them and go back to the objectively superior heavy blade. And that would be really beneficial. So, what the? It's only today that I'm having this stuff happen. Fucking fights ending inside the arena of someone else's, like, you know, the range of someone else's, whatever. An encounter ending in range of another encounter, so it just triggers the next one. That's just shell shit. Do we have to open these fucking chests that won't have anything I want? Oh, you know what? No, there's no way. It's a barrel. I'm just missing the barrel. That's the only possible explanation. There's no way that the treasure in the temple for getting all the signal fragments is a fucking mind egg. That doesn't happen. It's always a weapon or a piece of armor. I think maybe sometimes an accessory. I think, yeah, it's sometimes an accessory. But it's never, it's always equipment. It's never any other type of item. I hate it when you do that shit. Sure, let's waste our awakening. I forgot that's what it looked like, because that one, I was thinking, so when I said, like, oh, there's a cool one that's like, there's one that's like good, that's like a cutscene, that's Divine Awakening. I don't have that one yet. I think that's a Volume 2 thing. I had forgotten. Demon Awakening, I don't know the last time I used that. That's not actually very good. Beast is, in fact, better than that. I don't think I could pull up my JRPG. I can pull up this, like, options menu, but I don't think I can pull up my JRPG menu while driving. Gosh, are we going to go home with nothing? Did we just have really bad RNG and we're going to have to do this again? That would really suck. I would be pretty displeased by that. I will note, by the way, right here and now, it is looking like we won't finish this. I'm not going to do a second stream of this. I will do a second stream of fucking .hack GU, you best believe. If we don't finish our Volume 2 prep tonight, I'll just do it on my own time. This stream, I know, has not been the most engaging. It's mostly benefited from me chatting and explaining the systems of the game, which you don't really get to do twice. Caffeine drink below me. I don't appreciate that. That's frustrating. Well, I guess we're getting the signal fragments, and the bizarre off chance that I'm wrong, and it can in fact be. There's no way. This is just a waste of my time. And then I'm gonna not find it. I'm gonna complete the thing, and then in the summary screen, it's gonna be like, well, you got 5 out of 6 barrels, and I'll be like, damn it, there was one I missed. I spent so much time buttoned at max fucking level on, you know, 999 XP. I mean, you know, as far as my playtime, it's easily been the vast majority of it. As far as the total playtime of this file, given that, you know, it's a sort of a baton pass from Alan, it's still probably close to 50% of the playtime has been spent at max level. Now, I would love for you to break my understanding of this game and have a mind egg in here. However, I also think we both know that's not going to happen, isn't it? It's not. What's on the table here? This is going to be a piece of crappy armor. Or a train watch. Ugh. I mean, that's not terrible, right? It's not a bad piece of equipment. It's just that I have better and it doesn't sell for enough for me to care to do inventory management. Which I guess is... Okay, we'll do one more pass on the bike. Looking for any barrel we fucking missed. Because drive! Jesus. It takes a little bit for the acceleration to kick in because it wants to make sure you don't want to do a fun little turn. It's like, no. I don't want to do a fun little turn. I want to drive my fucking motorcycle. I want to get to Volume 2 so I can customize my motorcycle both to look better and also to handle better. Because good God. The lack of handling improvements. Yeah, okay, there's nothing here. I just got unlucky. Well, we got a new word. That's good. That's a, you know, again, not that important, but I appreciate that. Pyros, get the fuck out of my party. Let's have Pi back. We don't get some of my favorite party members till later volumes. I would truly be delighted to have Alcade in my party, but I guess I'm a little tipsy at this point, so I'm not thinking totally clearly. I should have stopped to make sure that we weren't passing up one of the NPCs we would like to trade with. Moontree's not here. Okay. I can't sell to you. Right, of course I can't. This is not the most efficient way to do this, but we're going to drive a little bit so I can think while I drive. Given what we have left to do, we're going to have to go back to that area and just hope we get better RNG this time. But... I'm going to see here where we are with Lucky Animals, make sure my count is correct. I believe that we have 13 more encounters to go. No. My count was wrong. Significant. Well, off by 2. I guess that's not crazy significant. But that's... Okay. That's great news, obviously. But, and that's usually how it goes. I don't think I've counted instances where, like... I counted something, but it hadn't occurred, but I do sometimes forget to count. That certainly occurs. Let's sell some shit. There's no reason for me to hold on to some of this shit. I'm just being stupid. Let's just... clean our damn inventory up. Even as I say that, I'm like not selling certain things because I'm like, oh, I don't know, it'd be nice to... No! This doesn't matter. Sell everything. Sell anything. All that matters is you held it at one point. That puts it in your thing, and you are absolutely... never going to use this shit again. And as I explain that to myself, I still don't do it. Now, if I sold my poison wings +5, that would be like reset territory. That would be a real bad. But there, I cleared out a lot of space. I wonder if we should, in the interest of at least getting that damn holy potion, do a little bit of like swapping between servers, see if we can catch either Blue Eye Samurai or Great Leo. Theoretically, or Ayame, but I don't think we're going to see Ayame. I feel like her spawn rate has seemed fairly low to me. Though, watch me. It's not, thinking about it a little more. When I was trying to farm one specific NPC who would just never fucking spawn, not that bad. Not that bad of a spawn rate. Great Leo might even be lower. I used to see Blue Eye Samurai all the time. Now that I want to see him, of course, he won't fucking spawn, but... Oh, right, we should finish this. I forgot. What are we at? So we need to get, like, another 650. That's doable. That's not a big deal. Sorry, I had only one hand on the controller. Unemployed Baron's a good name. Wait, what's his free meal, man? That's fantastic. So the nice thing is, as I've mentioned, being countered, it hasn't happened to us pretty much at all here, but because I've been mostly careful. Also, Rengekis cannot be countered. They also can't counter you while they're being comboed, so if you notice they're in a combo, you can... Oh, wow, you're still alive? Stubborn bastard, huh? He's dead, you can stop hitting him, Pi. Okay, this is another group of people that you actually encounter. That was really stupid. I'm lucky I didn't get punished. Also, they're using good equipment, too, huh? These are folks you'll encounter in the open world. I don't know if we actually have encountered any of them. But it's always fun fighting teams of NPCs you actually get to see around and can chat with. At the same time, it's valuable to have ones that you never get to talk to because it just makes the world feel bigger. And it's like, oh no, the times you're logging in, you're not running into these other people. But, both approaches have their merits. I still just like being like, oh, I remember you. Or like, hey, we just talked and we'll probably talk again. Very stupid. I'm so lucky I'm not getting punished for this shit. I'm being so careless. I'm not going to gain very much off of this one. We got one more fight, I think, but we at least have one more fight. Okay, this is, again, people... This is Chobi and, yeah, Eddie and Oimatsu. Eddie, I know we've run into on this stream. We've talked about how Eddie looks like a bunch of other models. Okay, these folks are not in the open world. They're also level 32. So they're dead. Gah. Sorry, I switched to my other drink, and I figured if I already had a little to drink, it would be a little more tolerable. And that's true. It is more tolerable. It's still fucking gross. Ugh, I regret buying this. So as I mentioned, I like soju reasonably well. I'm a real efficiency person. I want stuff that is tolerably drinkable, but for being tolerably drinkable, I want to maximize my ABV. And I'm very sensitive to the taste of alcohol. So it's very off-putting to me, and I pretty much always notice it. For this purpose, flavored soju is great. However, I have here a chumchuram rich soju. Rich soju. My brain just stopped there. And I was like, what is rich like? It's like, oh, it's just like unflavored. It's just alcohol flavor. It tastes bad. It tastes quite bad. stone sober, it is undrinkable to me. A little intoxicated here. It's still kind of rough. Gah. Yeah, I can't do that. I'm going to have to put this aside and use it as a mixer. That's so gross. Ugh. Very unpleasant. And we're having bad luck with our matches. These are all weaklings, and weaklings don't provide a lot of winning points. We should probably take a second after this and look up what monsters we have yet to fight. Start working on that side of things, because that'll be more interesting, and also will make decent progress, I think. Oh, I didn't get the Hangeki he just finished. But that also meant that his was on cooldown, so he couldn't Hangeki me either. I don't tend to count how many fights in I am. I think it's 4 fights you do total. It might be 5 for a survival battle. But the one thing you can say for sure is, if it heals you, you have another fight. Like so. God, these are all so weak. $102 bonus, that's all right. Okay, so approximately we would be in 5th right now of overall rank, which is not bad. It does leave us with another 500 to grind, which is not ideal. That should be, yeah, 5 more survival battles. I don't need to look at each one. I know what these guys look like by sight, so it's silly of me to check, frankly. Let's go back to here and take note of every monster we still need to fight that we've never fought before. Also, we'll check and see if as we only get a partial reroll switching between. So the NPC spawns I don't totally understand, but I do know that like, to fully reset, you basically need to load into a totally new area, and logging out only gets you, like, logging out and logging back in only gets you a partial, and I think switching between towns only gets you a partial. But Moontree's here. You sons of bitches better have... Why? Am I misunderstanding? Do I need to go to the Moontree Guild area, which is the only guild area I have access to in Volume 1? In Volume 2, I know I can go to Kestrel's, because you unlock that fairly quickly. Right now, the only guild area... So, in this game's lore, if your guild is very big, the, like, CC Corp itself will give you... CC Corp being, of course, the devs of the game in this universe... will give you your own area. And there are only a couple guilds that are big enough to do that. One of them is Kestrel, but you can't go there in Volume 1. See, it's here. Exclusive area provided by CC Corp for powerful guilds currently on loan to Moontree. So it is also, like, it'll be loaned out to someone else if Moontree gets too small or if someone gets so much bigger. Also, presumably redesigned, because this is very much Moontree's aesthetic, though you also have, like, a what came first, sort of chicken or the egg thing, because I wonder if there's also, like, a degree of, oh, this is the aesthetic we get, maybe we're going to model ourselves around it. Though also, by that point, one imagines the guild is big enough that they, I don't think there's a... I've only been here once for story. I've never gone back for fun. It doesn't seem like there are any vendors here. So I don't think this has... I think it is just that vendor. Why is that vendor not selling the item I want? Why are they not selling the Crown of Luming? That's deeply frustrating. Well. Oh, damn it. Virgilius, you have the same model as Blue Eye Samurai. For a second, I dared to dream. But I guess I also should have known because Moontree, as I've mentioned, I think is a like peacemaking sort of a pacifist guild, and Blue Eye Samurai is a like honorable like arena PvP guy. He would not fit in at Moontree. He would probably not be welcome. So perhaps I am a fool for making the mistake. We're gonna save just to make sure, because as I said, I've only had this game crash once in my entire life, and it was last night. So now I'm paranoid. It'll probably never happen again. But it was after I had been grinding for like 3 straight hours, and I lost 3 hours of progress, and I was very upset. And by very upset, I mean, you know, I wasn't happy about it. I'm 35 years old, and I'm pretty beaten down by the world, so I, you know, was able to roll with the punches, but it was an unpleasant thing to have happened. None of the NPCs I want are spawning. Let's go down to the guild and see what we need still. I can tell you we need more lucky animals. That's a no-brainer. But... Hey! Really? You don't need everything, huh? That's interesting. I'll have to look up if any of these are Volume 1 only. Because if not, maybe I'll just fucking move on. We have Mind Egg. I bet that's not Volume 1 only. We have Holy Potion. I bet that's not Volume 1 only. But Crown of Luming, the one we truly cannot fucking find, is... It seems like pretty good odds. That's Volume 1 only. That's very frustrating. Alright, well, anyway. Let's look at this. Let's compare to a list. Bear with me for a moment. Monsters. After Abyss, we have Gun Giant that we haven't got. Adam Boz Giant. Actually, seems like we have a series of giants, frankly. Giga Mouth. Appetiter? Is that this motherfucker's name? Appetiter? Oh, Appetite. Sure. Okay. Thanks, Brain. You really kept up on that one, and I'm appreciative that you had my back and didn't make me look like a fool. Anyway, I'm going to copy down. What I'm doing right now is I'm copying these into a spreadsheet. It's actually the same spreadsheet where you can see the list on your screen right now. I've just sort of cropped it such that you can't see these other elements because it would be unnecessarily distracting and screen real estate claiming. But this list I'm looking at, both lists, monsters, and also where you can find them. I should go ahead and move these other things down a little more, make a little more space, because I think there are still a fair few monsters. Okay, that's all the ogres. Demons, we've already seen everyone. Sea monsters, spearfish, and lance marine. We haven't seen the lance marine. So let's go ahead and copy that. And the location of it. Next tab, supernatural. After Gon Bezel. Bezel, perhaps. Though probably not. Vok juggler. We've seen a lot of other types of juggler, but not the Vok juggler. So we'll have to put that in here. And its location. Next tab, avian. A lot of avians we haven't seen. Only 4 of 7 types have we seen. We have missed the Ravenclaw. Don't even at me about that one. We're all aware of other cultural uses of Ravenclaw, and we're also all aware of how much that shit sucks. So we're just not even gonna get in there. Black Raptor. You know, these days, I see the word raptor, and I do instead think Raptor because of the the game Lethal League, which is sort of a baseball fighting game. One of the characters' name is Raptor, or the way the announcer pronounces it is very Raptor. You know, very Smash Bros. Kind of thing he's doing right there. Anyway, the Hermit Owl is the last bird we haven't seen. Plant. There are plants we haven't seen. The truffle. Makes me, of course, you know, given the ongoing coverage of our of Dragon Ball GT over on our podcast Journey to the Worst, makes me think of a tuffle, which is, you know, just a blatant play on it. And elder growth, sure, okay, add that to the list. We must be near the end of the list by now. Demon beasts, okay. Oh, there's so many types of fucking monsters. This is... okay. We have a Gone Fang. I'm gonna have to move things I move to make space for this. I'm gonna have to move more because there's so many damn monsters. Vaxziger, Ruziger, Zanziger. We don't have Gonziger. Bravo Nose. It might be Nose, but given the way this is localized, I bet it truly is Bravo Nose. That's... well, whatever floats your boat. And then the highest level demon beast in the game is a Dawn Elephant, and that's fantastic, frankly, if you ask me. Okay, only one Mecha Beast we're missing, the Steam Shell. Whoops. I'm messing up my spreadsheet a little bit. Fixed it. Control Z is a girl's best friend. Oh boy. Okay. We're missing the Blaze Drake. And the Drygon. And the Dryas. Dryas, I suppose I should say, because dry ass sounds like I'm saying something else entirely, and I mean no disrespect to this creature. Next up is crustaceans. Please tell me we have almost every crustacean. Still two. I would rather have heard that it's one, if I'm being honest. I also would... this list does not match my list. This is interesting. It looks like this list includes the Carry and the Carry-An, and the one I'm looking at does not. However, it does still include the two we're missing, which appear to be the Hecaton Foot and the Horned Archelon, which is, you know, it's interesting. I'm trying to post it without formatting, and it is not working. Go. Horned Archelon. And then the location of each. And that should be it. Let me make sure that we loop around Azure Kite. We've already got that, of course. That's a MSQ, a main scenario quest, or just main story if you prefer. So that was unmissable. Let's start going through this list and fighting monsters we've never fought before, or at least that haven't been fought on the save. It's entirely possible that on my original PS2 save I fought these guys, or even on my PS4 save, which was not nearly this thorough, but was, you know, was more thorough than Alan was, which is not shade. This was not what Alan was interested in. Alan was not trying to be thorough. Alan wanted to see the story. I am psychotic, and I would like to see more than that. I would like to, of this series that I have so much affection for, and have thought of so much over the years, referenced so much over the years. Okay, there's the boss. I'm almost certain the gun giant will be a boss. Of that, I would like to be very thorough, and I would like to... okay, hello! I would like to really just exhaust the game, because I never have done so in any of my playthroughs, and it would be fun to be able to say, hey, I beat the bloody hell out of this game. That's a Malice Cat. Make another check on my list. Leaves us with 10 more encounters to have. I don't care if we ambush this man, but perhaps we will anyway. Gun Giant. Hello, Gun Giant. Well, folks, sometimes it's just like that. Let's kick this barrel. Makes you think. That's very funny. We're getting close to the 2-hour mark, which is classically where we wind down our stream. I'd be willing to keep going for longer, but I don't think this has been the most exciting stream. For all you wonderful folks out there, this has been very, you know, eyes on the prize. Most of the engagement has been my conversation, which I like to think I've done okay, but I don't... Oh, I was about to say I don't have the keyword Holy Relic, which would have been a real problem, because I need that one in order to do this. Obvious thing that I'm going to say anyway. Naturally, I am saying that, like, oh man, if I don't have this keyword, I can't find this thing. The thing is this anyway. What the hell are you? Fever Horse. Have I fought you? I guess I've fought you before. I'm looking at my list. You're not on my list of things that I'm missing, but that's, big demon seahorses are not what I was thinking about. If you're wondering why I ran back and forth there, after you break their armor, perhaps you've noticed in previous fights, after you break their armor, they have a brief period of invincibility, and I didn't want to waste time. But yeah, again, I would be willing to keep going in theory, because I still have to get this stuff done by the next time I want to stream GU. I would like to have all of this taken care of. But with most of the engagement being my own conversation, it would be nice to have the game itself do a little bit of the weight pulling by showing us new and exciting content. Right now, we are just getting through a little bit of checklist of odds and ends. I'm not going to call it boring. That would be too harsh. But it's not very exciting. We have just crossed 2 monsters off our list of 21 monsters that we have yet to encounter in the game. So we're down to 19. Perhaps we could get a total of 5 before we move on with our lives and end the stream. We will, of course, every time we come back to base, if I remember, which I can't guarantee that I will, but we'll check for someone we want to trade with. A Blue-Eye Samurai! Blue-Eye Samurai is a PKK. That's a term that is invented in this this game for Holy Potion. You are a blessing upon my life, my friend. A PKK is a person who specifically, so obviously PK for player kill, a person who kills other players. In this like fake MMO, this emulation of MMO, it is the case that you can be player killed if you're out in a zone, kind of any time. There isn't like PK flagging in the same way. Towns are protected, but if you're outside of a town, you could be got. And people will mislead you. People will trick you. A PKK is a person who actively hunts PKers because they say, fuck you guys, y'all are assholes. Haseo here, hello Haseo, is a PKK, a player killer, who has kind of moved on with his life. He does other, like he's still, we've still done some PKKing, but he has other priorities these days. That isn't the extent of what he cares about. Whereas it used to be basically his full-time thing. But he certainly has a rep in the area. And I think probably I knew at one point and I had forgotten. But learning that Blue-Eye Samurai is a PKK when we've been looking for him just has me feeling a real solidarity. And I feel blessed. Thank you, sir. for your work. Thank you for fucking up people who victimize newbies. They are assholes. Seasons is what we're looking for as far as our part 2 code word. And then finally we want resort. It's remarkable how bad that rich soju tastes. That we're going from 13% alcohol here with the General Strawberry to 20% with the Choo Rum. And I am currently intoxicated enough that my vision is a little wobbly. Crossing another off the list. And yet, it still tastes bad enough to make me retch. Just with, like, alcohol flavor. That is remarkable. It's also regrettable, but, you know, remarkable. The creature we're looking for here is a Gigamouth. It's probably another boss. We're going to get caught here. We're not going to succeed in driving past, but I tried anyway, because sometimes you're wrong, and that's nice. When you're wrong about things being inconvenient, and in fact they are convenient instead. So I thought I would try. Go for a little drive here. Oh, we could probably avoid these guys, though. There's enough space. We won't be able to avoid these guys. They're guarding the bridge. They are basically a mandatory fight if you want to progress through the area. Don't you fucking dare summon friends, you piece of trash. I hope you find time to suffer after you die. Fucking summoning reinforcements on you. Whoa! Hey, buddy. There's a lot happening there, kind of visually. You're stroking your tongue now, huh? Okay, well, I have a suspicion that this is going to kill you. Maybe a little bit, maybe a little bit. It's another one off the list. That's something. 3 out of 21, aka 1/7 of our list done in such a short time. We'll come back in. We'll see if Moontree is willing to play ball today in this particular attempt. We won't bother driving there. That's a waste of time, frankly. I've been doing it out of habit, but as far as terms of pure efficiency, the fastest way to go is to use the warp point directly outside this little area. Oops. No, stop. Hands. Don't betray me. Head straight to Central. See if Moontree's here. If so, see what they're selling today. If nothing good, head back. Moontree is not here. Sorry, I'm hiccuping slightly. Gotta go ahead and put a few things up for sale. It's interesting that I can sell the steam ring. I think that's a one-of-a-kind item. But it's not assigned to 5-star rarity. That's fascinating. Truly fascinating. Okay, well. Warp back. As I say, I would like to get 2 more. So we'll try and get the Appetiter. And then the Lance Marine. The Appetiter is probably another boss. The Lance Marine, I would suspect, is not, and is just a mob, a standard mob that we've happened to not encounter. We're going to be heading to Screaming Seasons Resort. Seasons. Resort is here somewhere. I'm pretty sure. Because I feel like it's usually not. Yeah, it's if I'm missing a keyword, it's usually a keyword 1. I don't know why that is. That just seems to be the trend I've there's a lucky animal right there. I don't think it's a high wolf, because I think high wolves are brown and this thing's blue, but I guess I'm wrong. Maybe they could come in multiple colors? Maybe my brain is just failing me. Regardless. Okay, yep, there's a boss. Given... Drive! If I input steering inputs before I hit... too quickly after hitting or before hitting drive, it gets mad at me. That's what's going on. Please let them die, Pi. Status. We're not even halfway. You look like the same man. Are you in... Yeah, that's a Gigamouth. I input the wrong... Yeah, that's going to happen when I input the code for the wrong area. Because I'm going to end up in the place I just was. We're still going to get through the appetizer. I would love to have crossed off an entire category. Demons is the largest category of... Or sorry, goblins, excuse me. Orcs? Ogres? Whatever. Ogres. I'm going to say ogres. Ogres, yes, is the largest category in the game. If I was able to entirely cross off ogres, that would be exciting. I am still mad at myself for goofing that one. Because I didn't properly cross things off, and therefore I have led to this stupid waste of my time. Morning. Gosh, just as every time, just as I'm starting to be like, maybe I don't have it at all, I spot it. I should fix that. Hello, homie. I don't think I've seen you before. Is it you? No, it's not. You're a holy juggler. But you guys are vac jugglers, which incidentally I am looking for. That's great. I appreciate your cooperation in getting me through this list. Yes, this is a boss type area. I have, as you've probably noticed, an extreme wealth of chim spheres. I feel like the main drain of chim spheres... Oh, there's another lucky animal. Is that a fate worm? Yes, there's a fate worm. I will make another tally mark. Hey, I told you to pause. Another tally mark under lucky animals. Bringing us to a cool 7 left. That is great. You know, we may not finish today, but we've made great progress. And that's lucky. I'm surprised you survived that. I guess it seems like, mathematically speaking, a surprise attack deals about 1.5 times attack damage. Hello, Medic Union. I don't need your help today, but I'm pleased to see you always. Okay, that's the appetizer dead. We have crossed 5 off of our list of 21. I'll have to do the other 16 as well as my other tasks. Oh, interesting thing to note about this game. If you have NPCs within draw distance, like the Medic Union that was just here, and you start a fight, they despawn. Very frustrating if you're looking to talk to them. And they're like on the other side of an enemy or something. Very frustrating. Regardless. 5 of 21. Just about a fourth of our list of monsters we need to check out. Let's just go ahead and close it out by going and looking at the list and talking through everything we have left. First off, most of what we need to talk about is going to be over in the Mercenary Quarter at our Guild HQ. I guess there's also arena rankings. Ha 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 ha. But we're going to do the little tour. Keywords. I'm going to go ahead and cross off keywords. I've decided not to care about keywords. We can get them. It's not a big deal. Also, even if we don't get them, I don't particularly care. As you can see there, 7 lucky animal encounters left. Made great progress today. We finished the list of types we need to encounter. So we've gotten every type. All we need to do is have 7 more encounters of any variety, which is fantastic. If we go to Mercenary Quarter here, go ahead and take a look at our progress on every item and fighting every monster. As mentioned, the game considers us to have done enough on items. I don't. But we have 1 upgrade type item left. We have the Mind Egg. We have 1 accessory left. The Crown of Lu Ming, which just simply isn't spawning for us. I may have to do some investigating to see if there's something weird going on, because it's proving so elusive. As far as monsters, we've now fought every ogre. We've also fought every demon, which is delightful. We still have 1 sea monster left, so 1 monster. We've got every supernatural. Did I know that we had every supernatural? Yes. Okay. 3 avians, so that's up to 4. I don't know why I'm counting like this. This is silly. We know that we have a total of 16 left to go. 2 plants, 4 demon beasts, 1 mecha beast, 3 dragons, 2 crustaceans. So that is every item, every monster, and lucky animal campaign. The only thing left to check is to duck on over to the other town, Lumina Cloth, excuse me. Goodness. And take a look at where we stand on the arena ranking. I believe last I checked, we had, I think, 600 or 500 left to go, which is respectively probably 5 or 6 limited battles. Certainly quite doable. Still fairly annoying. Wait for it to change over. There's me. Ranking. Yeah. About 440 actually should do it just fine. So if we're lucky, we could do that in 4 runs of survival battle. And then we will have done everything and we will move on to Volume 2. I will not move on to Volume 2 until we're on stream. However, everything else I may do off stream. In fact, I intend to do off stream. My throat is starting to hurt. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. This has been some 100% grinding here on .hack GU Last Recode, in specific the Volume 1 Rebirth. I appreciate everyone who's checking this out, whether live or on YouTube. And I will check y'all later. Thanks for joining me, and peace out.